What's going on YouTube? Jeans here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are showcasing Thundurus in Styrian form on the casual ladder. Now, when it comes to Thundurus, I absolutely love using this Pokemon when using it as a special attacker. And today, we got it with the choice specs, maximizing its damage output, so I'm super excited for it. Outside of the choice specs, this thing's got Volt Absorb as its ability, Rock and Wild Bolt Storm, which lands 100% of the time in the rain, which is why we're using it on the rain team today. Then we got Volt Switch, Grass Knot, and Terra Blast with that Flying Terra type. Now, like I said, it is a rain team, so we got a top tier rain combo, Pelipper and Baxcalibur on today's team. Pelipper obviously can use Hurricane and Hydro Pump. On top of that, it's got Tailwind and Helping Hand. Baxcalibur, on the other hand, Swift Swim, Life Orb with Wave Crash, Aqua Jet, Last Respects, and Protect. Now, to round out this team, we got three studs. We got Amoonguss, we got Fluttermane, and we got Goodra. I don't need to talk about Amoonguss or Fluttermane. You guys already know what they do, but Hisui and Goodra over here, with Shelter, Heavy Slam, and Body Press, we can set up defense boost, get going with this Pokemon, and just be a force on the field. Guys, want to run the team for yourself? Another code is at the top right hand corner. And if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. But without further ado, let's hop into match number 1, showcasing Thundurus on the casual ladder. Match number 1 coming at you guys, going up against a top tier Miraidon and Ice Rider Calyrex squad. Now they have 2 restricted Pokemon, so this one is going to be tough for us. But how should we play it and how should we get after it? Definitely want to lead Thundurus, and I kind of want to lead it with Pelipper. Pelipper could honestly be pretty good. I mean, if I could set up a Tailwind. I do have Focus Sash on this Pokemon, which I really do like. So I'm going to end up going into both of these guys, setting up that rain and kind of getting after it that way. We do have Booster Energy with the Fluttermane into Speed, so I want that. And then last but not least, gotta go Baxcalibur. We gotta go Baxcalibur. They have no weather control outside of maybe Whimsicott having Sunny Day. That could be tough news for us, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. But yeah, restricted Pokemon up against non-restricted Pokemon. Always a tough time for us, but we're still going to fight it. We're still going to get after it. And we're still going to look for a win. Hopefully we can do it. I always love beating restricted Pokemon with non-restricted Pokemon. It always feels good. It makes the win that much better. But they end up leading the insanely strong combo of Whimsicott and Miraidon. What's my play call here? What is my play call here? Because I do not like my lead up against this. Not one bit. I definitely want to try to pop a Tailwind just for speed control for my team. I'm hoping they don't have Sunny Day, because that would not be good for me. And I don't want to go... Actually, I could go Flying Terra here. I could go Flying Terra, but then I'm choice into this. I got to remember that. I will be choice into this, which actually I really don't mind. Actually, I kind of mind. Actually, no, I really don't mind that. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go Terra Blast. And actually, honestly, I might just Volt Switch Pivot here. Get on out of here. If I can Tailwind set up and maybe Volt Switch Pivot into my Baxcalibur or even Fluttermane, that'd be nice. So I am going to end up doing that. I'm going to Volt Switch Pivot here. I guess I'll just send it into Whimsicott and I'll try to set up a Tailwind. It ends up setting up a Light Screen. How dare you? Light Screen. Of course you got Light Screen. Light Screen flying. Draco Meteor's going to launch. Why you launch a Draco Meteor? Why couldn't you just launch like an electric move? And I lose my Thundurus like that. This is why I hate going up against restricted Pokemon. They're just so strong. They're just so insanely strong. Tailwind gets set up for the squad. I guess I'll bring out Baxcalibur at this point, right? No, we got to go into Fluttermane here. I know they have Light Screen up. We'll go for a Hurricane with Pelipper. And chances are they're either going to Volt Switch. I don't know if they'll stay on the field and attack, but we'll see. But if they do Volt Switch or switch out, probably just gonna go into like Calyrex, which would be tough. You know what? I'm gonna go Shadow Ball into this slot just in case he wants to go into Calyrex, and we'll go Hurricane into Whimsicott. They do have Light Screen, which sucks. But there goes Miraidon. Show me Calyrex, if anything. And can I get a crit if it's Calyrex? No, it's Incineroar. I should just went for Dazzle Gleam. Incineroar pops out here, so now I can fake out my Pelipper. He could buy a turn like that. But luckily the Intimidate's not doing anything, and Tailwind gets set up for the Whimsicott. Tough news for Jeans here. Losing my boy just like that. My Thundurus. Of course he popped Draco Meteor. Do about -5 to Incineroar. Hurricane's gonna launch. How much damage are we doing here? Beautiful. No crit. No crit needed. Whimsicott gone. But Whimsicott did its job, which is really tough to see. Considering Miraidon's just probably gonna pop back out here, which we 100% don't like. And no, it's gonna be Calyrex. Do I just double protect at this point? Actually, I mean, I don't have Protect with Pelipper. He's gonna fake out the Pelipper. It's bad news. Shadow Ball this slot. I could go Ghost Terra. I could go Ghost Terra. I mean, he might Terrasilize this what's it called? His Calyrex, but I'm just gonna go for Helping Hand here. Let's see. Hopefully he doesn't Terrasilize his Calyrex here. And I can go Ghost Terra, dodge Fake Out, and start to get after it, because this is pretty much my last hopes here, right? Pretty much. So Terra type popping from us. A little bit of Ghost Terra just to dodge Fake Out if he's going for it, but I think he should be going for it. And he is going to Terrasilize that Calyrex. Hurts the soul, man. Hurts the soul. Terra type onto the Calyrex. Most likely water. No, straight fire. So I can't Hydro Pump that. I can't Hydro Pump that. Unless he pops Stricker Mirror. Unless he pops Stricker Mirror. This Pelipper is faster. Or he should be faster than these Pokemon. Shadow Ball is going to launch. This would have did great damage. He doesn't go for Fake Out, which really sucks. Shadow Ball doing solid damage across the board. So he ends up going for Glacial Lance, doing a ton of damage to just one tap. And from here, he's going to double down and just KO my Pelipper, which sucks. Really does suck. Bye-bye, Pelipper. Yeah, knock off. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So I went for a read there. Kind of needed a read. Now all we have left is Baxcalibur. And do I have a shot at winning this matchup? I mean, what do I have? 1 turn left in Tailwind? Or 0 now? Because I can go into you. I mean, Wave Crash can start doing absolute work. So we should have 2 turns left in Rain, right? We do have 2 turns left in Rain. And I'm going to predict a Protect from Calyrex. And just attack this Incineroar. We kind of need a prediction here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Not bad. Not bad. Baxcalibur. 1 tap Incineroar, please. I'm going to take heck of recoil damage here, though. Yep. Just take a ton of recoil. And I got to hope that Baxcalibur, it's over. Because they have Miraidon in the back end. They do have Miraidon in the back end. Huh. The thing is, my Tailwind ends. They have a Tailwind, but we're Swift Swim. And with Miraidon on the field, Miraidon can probably just outspeed us. If they didn't have Tailwind, I could probably Last Respects. That's the only way I can potentially KO. But I gotta hope that just like Miraidon protects here. Realistically, right? And just go for Aqua Jet to try to KO Calyrex. Not enough damage. But yeah, Miraidon was outspeeding us regardless, which is why I couldn't attack it. But GG's. Put up a nice little hard-fought match towards the end there. Baxcalibur picking up some KOs, but it wasn't enough to take down these restricted Pokemon. Match number 2 time. Look at the squad we're going up against. Primeape, Garchomp, Haxorus. They have Artibax for some reason. Then Pikachu, super dope Pokemon, especially if it's holding a Light Ball. And Dragonite. So a lot of Dragon-type Pokemon. We're going to go straight into these 2. I know that Electric is weak up against a lot of these guys, but I want to use them. I want to get after that. Obviously, we want Fluttermane in that back end. And last but not least, we are going to go into Baxcalibur. And we're going to go from there. But yeah, want to use Thundurus here. Just such a good Pokemon. I mean, typing-wise, it's okay here. I mean, it's got Grass Knot. It's got Flying Terra Blast, which we might want to go into. But, Primeape. Super dope Pokemon. I actually like Primeape on the competitive scene now that it can hold the Eviolite. Because previously it was okay. I mean, couldn't really do much. But now it can hold the Eviolite because it got a nice little evolution. And it's really strong. Like, it's pretty solid with the Eviolite. So I like to see it every here and there. It's a fun off-map Pokemon. Hopefully they bring it. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But the Pokemon I'm scared most of is actually that Pikachu. Pikachu could be rocking Thunder, and we're setting up the Rain. And it could also have that Light Ball. So, I mean, damage could just be maximized with that thing. And it could just really get after me. Which I hope not, right? We all hope not. We'll see. We'll figure it out as time goes. But I wonder who else are going to bring here. Probably Garchomp, Haxorus, Primeape, and Dragonite. I would think. But I'm hoping one of them they could swap out for Pikachu. Because Pikachu's the main. We all love Pikachu. I feel like it's like once a year or like once every 2 years I use Pikachu on the rank ladder. And it's always fun. Use it with Light Ball. It does some damage. It picks up some KOs. It was a lot of fun in Sword and Shield because it had its Gigantamax form. But he ends up going into these 2. Not bad for us, actually. Considering I could just Helping Hand and go into Flying Tera. And just go Tera Blast, because we should already outspeed them, correct? Let me see your speed. Yeah, you should be fastest on the field, so I could just go Helping Hand here. And honestly, I am going to do that. We're just going to try to get rid of this Garchomp turn 1. Garchomp, a little scary. I do have 2 flying types on the field, so ground moves cannot hit me, which I absolutely love. But with this choice specs, I mean, Flying Tera Blast should do a ton of damage. It should do an insane amount of damage, especially with the Helping Hand boost on top of that. I don't really see this Garchomp surviving, right? I do not see this Garchomp surviving. Give me that. Helping Hand, baby. Helping Hand. Tera Blast launching. Send it. I told you. No chance he survives. Not a singular chance. So there's that. Haxorus going to move next, and Haxorus is just going to go for a Shadow Claw. Actually doing good damage in that Pelipper slot. Shadow Claw into Haxorus. I love Haxorus' move pool. He just learned a ton of good moves. But from here, hopefully he goes to a Pokemon that's neutral up against water. Because I really just want to rip a Hydro Pump in the rain into it. I don't want to do it in Haxorus because it's not going to KO. I can probably just use like Flying Tera Blast into that. But he's going to end up just going straight into Pikachu. This is where things get a bit scary here. This is where things get a bit scary. I am going to stick with that Tera Blast because, I mean, I have to. And then I'm just going to switch over to Hydro Pump. Hopefully Pelipper can actually outspeed. And I can just delete that thing. But, I mean, Tera Blast should maybe KO this thing. Maybe bring it to low red. Let's see. Nope, it's KOing Haxorus, dude. This thing's hitting like a truck. He's hitting like a truck. So bye-bye to you. Pelipper, you outspeeding the Pikachu? You are not. So I had to take a nice little Thunderbolt, and I die out to that. Yeah, happens. But at least I keep my Thundurus. At least I keep my Thundurus. So Pikachu picking up a KO. From here, Baxcalibur, while the rain is still going, we can just Wave Crash this Pokemon down. And I can just keep throwing Flying Tera Blast on the field. Sweet. Which is sweet. With the balloons on my head. With the balloons on my head. So Tera Blast, bam. He could be multi-scaled, so this could be a little bit of a problem. But Wave Crash should be able to KO Pikachu, no problem. In the rain, it just does an insane amount of damage, yeah. Bye-bye. It's making me remember Palafin, how strong that Pokemon was back a couple formats ago. In the rain with Wave Crash and Jet Punch, like, oh my lord. Thing was ridiculous. Plus his base attack stat was just absurdly high. No one was stopping it. But Tera Blast flies, and I'm just picking up KOs with this thing. GG's, match number 2 rather quick. We pick up our first victory. Third and final match time, Delphox, Terapagos, Meowscarada, and Lunala. Alongside with 2 support Pokemon, Whimsicott and Grimmsnarl. Let's get after this. We're 1-1. Restricted Pokemon. Bad time. I hate going up against them, but we're going same squad, same order. I like it today. I like it. Baxcalibur with Fluttermane in the back end. And then our lead going to be Pelipper and Thundurus. I really did like that. I can set up the Tailwind. I feel like Wild Bolt Storm works really well up against this team. Well, not really well, but better than the last team. But one thing I do have to watch out for is Terapagos potentially just like Terrasilize in turn 1 and getting rid of the rain. So if I do see Terapagos as the lead, I might just hard swap the Pelipper. Or I could honestly just set up a Tailwind. See how that plays. But let's see. Of course, there's Terapagos. Terapagos on the field. Light Screen most likely going to pop out here. I'm still going to choice into Wild Bolt Storm. I'm going to see if I can land some. And I'm going to swap Pelipper into... Do I go Baxcalibur here? Yeah. I got to go Baxcalibur. Let's do it. I'm curious to see if we see a Terra type right here. Curious to see that. So rain on the field for a little bit. You could go for Calm Mind, which would not be good for me. I would not like a Calm Mind boost. And he's going to go for Fake Out. Which is totally fine. That's not affect me. So there's that. Wild Bolt Storm going to fly here. Terra Shell's going to launch. Can I get a Paralyze onto that? Because it seems like he wants to go for Calm Mind, which is not good for me. And that damage is absurd. That is some absurd damage. We do get a Paralyze, but on the wrong Pokemon. I want it on Terapagos. And there's that Calm Mind boost, which I do not like at all. I definitely do not like that. So he is going to Terrasilize this turn. We already know that. He's Terrasilizing this turn. And I'm just going to have to double down into that. He's going to Terrasilize, and he's probably going to pop a screen. Or he could protect it and get a little bit more leftovers HP, but I'm cool with this. So Wild Bolt Storm. I will still go for a Wave Crash here, even though I believe Rain is going to be off the field. But, I mean, if he doesn't take off Rain, he just dies. So, hopefully he doesn't Terrasilize. If he doesn't Terrasilize, he's pretty much dead. I know he's just going to Protect. Okay. Fair game. So, he protects. The screen's probably going to pop here. And it's going to be Reflect. Okay, so no Light Screen, which is kind of good, kind of bad. Considering, I mean, they set up the Reflect. So, now Wild Storm can still do consistent damage, but he has a special defense boost, which is pretty bad for us. But bye-bye to Grimmsnarl. And I know he's got Terrasilize. Like, we all know he's got Terrasilize. We all know this. A little bit of leftovers HP. Not going to bring him up to full, which is good news for us, so we don't have to worry about Terra Shell popping again. And hopefully he doesn't bring out Lunala. Double restricted Pokemon would just be the bane of our existence. Let's see. Okay, Meowscarada. He could Sucker Punch me. I don't like that. Still got to go into Wild Bolt Storm here. And I kind of think we just Protect here. This Flower Trick, not a good time. Because he could Sucker Punch. He could Sucker Punch my Basket Legion. Let's be honest here. And that's the problem with Terrapagos. Terrapagos really poses that threat of making you not want to Terrasilize. Because you kind of get punished for Terrasilizing. Like, yeah, it's good, but then you leave yourself vulnerable to a free super effective shot to a Terra Starstorm. Like, against any Terra type, it's super effective. So, I'm kind of like holding back whether I want to Terrasilize or not because of this Pokemon. That's why it's so good. But he's going to finally Terrasilize. He's going to get rid of the Rain on the field. Hopefully I can still land my Wild Bolt Storm and do some nice damage. But the Rain's gone. Protect flies out from the fish. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. And Wild Bolt Storm is still connecting, which is great. Doing solid damage to Meowscarada. Can we Paralyze? No Paralyze. Goes for Triple Axle. Bye-bye to you. Bye-bye to you. Missed this last one. Nope. Bye-bye to you. So I end up losing this Pokemon. I can bring back out Pelipper, which is rather solid. And he is now an Ice type, so I mean, I can KO that Pokemon. If I want to. Terra Starstorm flies. Let me block that. Terra Starstorm's going to do so much damage. I wonder if he wants to go for Sucker Punch here. So I'm going to bring back out the Rain. I'm going to save my Fluttermane for later. Do I want to pop the Tailwind? He is an Ice type. Onto the Meowscarada. I am just going to go Tailwind here. And I'm going to hope Aqua Jet can KO. I'm going to hope Aqua Jet can KO. I don't want him going for Sucker Punch here. Aqua Jet KO, please. My heart, my soul hurts. I'm hurting right now. And he was going for Sucker Punch. So great call on our end to go for that. Maybe I should Terrasilize, but then he can just go for Terra Starstorm. But I get off the Tailwind. Terra Starstorm obviously flying here. And Basket Legion, please, 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 please soak this. Please soak it. If Basket Legion can soak this, we're sitting in a not a bad position. And it does. Awesome. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So we could definitely end up protecting here with Meowscarada. I'm not even sure if it has it. I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump, and I gotta go for Aqua Jet in this slot. I could protect this turn. I'm trying to think of the moves that he has. Triple Axle, Sucker Punch, probably Flower Trick, and maybe Protect. I'm hoping you don't have Protect. I'm just gonna Aqua Jet. I'm gonna hope that you don't have Protect. I'm going straight for this Aqua Jet. But I still have Fluttermane in the back end, which is really good. Really good news. And if Hydro Pump can land here, we could be setting ourselves up to maybe win this game. Depending on how much damage Hydro Pump can do. But should be able to do a nice chunk of damage. Such a good match. Come on, I want to win this one. I want to win this one. Because chances are the final Pokemon probably Lunala here. Cool, they don't protect the Aqua Jet for the KO. And he's definitely going to pick up the double KO into me, which is a slight issue. Unless Pelipper gets like a crit here, that would be beautiful. Hydro Pump's going to land. Awesome. He's +1 special defense, and wow, that literally did nothing. That literally did nothing. That did way less than I thought it was going to do. I know he's special defense boosted, but still. This thing is a bulky Pokemon. Now it turns to a 2v1. yeah, I don't think I can win this one, especially if their final Pokemon is Lunala, which it most likely is. And I hate going up against restricted Pokemon when I'm not using them. It's just such a bad time. Leftovers pop. We got Fluttermane with booster energy, so speed's gonna be our friend here. Let's see what you got cooking. Delphox, okay. Delphox pop and speed boosting. I have Fairy Terror type. I'm gonna hope Shadow Ball can just KO this thing, and maybe Threat Ghost protects. Because if I can do that and maybe just Fairy Terror and hope to get a crit or something like that, that's really my option here. But we would need a KO Delphox right here. Shadow Ball flying. No Light Chain on the field, so I think this should KO. Of course it doesn't. Down to low red. Psychic flies. Terrastar Storm's going to end this game. That's going to be GG's. That is going to be GG's. Come on, man. Give me a chance. Just give me a chance. 1 and 2 for today's video. Had some good battles, though. So, guys, not too bad, not too good. Thundurus on the casual ladder today went up against a bunch of restricted Pokemon, but at the same time got to showcase the power of this Pokemon, especially in the rain with Wild Bolt Storm. 1 and 2. Still love this team nonetheless. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy the content, don't forget to smash that like button for me. And if you're new here, click that big red subscribe button so you know when all of my videos go live. Seriously, you guys rock out. Make sure you spread positive today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.